13 Going on 30 because we believe it contains some excellent examples of the themes discussed in our organizational behavior class. Although it may seem like your average family blockbuster, the topics of motivation and ethics are evidently present throughout the storyline. To give you a brief overview, the movie begins when the wish of a 13-year-old is granted and she becomes her 30-year-old self. Much to her surprise and excitement, the main character, Jenna, finds out her 30-year-old self is the editor of her favorite magazine, Poise. During her time at the magazine firm, she is exposed to motivational techniques that help to improve her performance, and she must also deal with ethical conflicts that force her to question her morals and life choices. Throughout this presentation, we hope to not only better explain these situations, but also expand your perception on this romantic comedy by helping you to conceptualize the real-life OB applications that are relevant in every occupation.
This movie demonstrates motivation through the contrasting characters of Jenna and Lucy. Jenna is intrinsically motivated by her love for the magazine and by wanting to help her coworkers keep their jobs. Lucy, on the other hand, is extrinsically motivated by money, greed, and bonuses. And at the end of the movie, when it all plays out, we're shown that being intrinsically motivated and being emotionally invested will lead you to perform far better than somebody who is only motivated by money.
This movie displays how the love and passion for something is better motivated than just money and material outcomes. We also see that through the actions of the protagonist, that psychological empowerment was effective in how she approached the task of redesigning the magazine through love, passion, competence, and the impact in the workplace and company. Like the TED Talk about the candle situation, if you want to have a successful company that strives off creativity, look for those who have a passion for what they're doing and not necessarily for the money.
Ethics reflects the degree to which the behaviors of an authority are in unison with generally accepted moral norms. Although these norms can change given different time periods, I believe this movie demonstrates a wide variety of factors and elements that are present in the ethical making process. Specifically, there is a scene in the movie where Jenna chooses to give her magazine ideas to a rival competitor, Sparkle, in an effort to achieve a higher position. However, after examining her decisions and acknowledging the corners she had cut to reach or achieve public success, Jenna self-determined that her moral attentiveness was not that of an actual 30-year-old. By witnessing how her life was shaped from a lack of strong ethical standards, she quickly realized that what she had done throughout her career to reach her success was wrong from both a moral and ethical standpoint. Had Jenna truly understood the motivation behind each decision she had previously made while jumping 17 years into the future, she may not have felt such a disappointment in herself and where she had ended up. Although some of her previous decisions that led to her 30-year-old identity are generally frowned upon, such as infidelity, her 13-year-old self may not have felt less torn apart if given a little bit more insight towards her career choices.
The perception of Jenna as a young, vibrant 13-year-old in her future 30-year-old body is an example of pre-conventional moral judgment. This is because, at this point in her life, Jenna views her situation as right versus wrong in terms of the consequences directed to the individual. As her 30-year-old self, or leading up to that age, Jenna could have experienced the conventional stage where the right versus wrong is referenced to the expectations of one's family and/or society. This could have explained her unethical behavior in her mid-20s in the sense that she just wanted a shortcut to a better position to further her career and ambitions for the future.
We thoroughly hope that you have enjoyed this presentation and, more importantly, have learned something that you may be able to apply to either your career and/or personal life. Both motivation and ethics can so easily be overlooked, but when their concepts are used successfully, similar to the movie, everyone can experience a happy ending.